afternoon, evening, whatever time that it may be when you listen to this episode. My name is Brian Colburn. I am the CEO and founder of Sitch Radio, a podcast production studio in Irvine, California. But don't let geography stop you from checking us out. We run quite a few shows that are 100% remote. So we have the capability to bring in audio and video remote, like most studios should have. I have guests all over the world and hosts all over the world, which is awesome with today's technology. So this podcast, if you're new, is talking about what's going on here at Sitch Radio. And, if you don't really podcast with us, might not be the show for you. However, we do hold monthly meetups. They are in person here. Right now, COVID precautions do apply. So we're distanced. We request everyone wear a mask, etc., etc., etc. And this month's meetup is next week on the 15th. And we are going to be talking about what you need to podcast on your own without the support of a studio such as this. So if you are thinking about starting a podcast or planning on starting a podcast and you've already got the planning phases rolling, this might be a good meetup for you to attend. And, we've titled this in the past, before you spend a dime on podcasting equipment, come to this meetup, because you're going to learn a few things that are going to save you money immediately. You're going to learn a few things that are going to save you money long term. So it's a great conversation. I'll be facilitating it. I believe it's Tuesday. It's the 15th Tuesday, Joey. Yes, 15th is Tuesday. So doors open at 6. Meetup will start at 6:30. I'll have you back on the road on your way home and or to your next function by 7:30-ish. We typically stick to about that hour. You're more than welcome to hang out afterwards, Q&A. You'll meet some other podcasters that are slated to show up here. So, you can, talk to them and get their advice as well, if you like to vet information. Other than that, we've had, a great host of shows. And instead of going through show by show, we are happy that Wait What? Financial Matters That Matter is back up and producing. Their episodes have dropped last week and this week. Joey? This week. So yesterday. Yeah, we dropped their first episode after their long hiatus yesterday. You can find them on YouTube, Wait What? Financial Matters That Matter, or on sitchradio.com. And that will take you to their show page, which will have links to your most popular podcast players, or just search for Wait What? Financial Matters That Matter on your favorite podcast player, and you will find it. In addition to that, the Field Op produced Cacao did a replay last night. Combat Vet Vision was brand new, and Chief, for those of you who don't know, is overseas and working his way a little closer to borders, just in case Ukraine, Russia pops off here. He has been in the Ukraine, so we wish him well. And Chief, we're thinking about you every day, and I appreciate the daily updates, man. Business continuity today, talked about risk assessment, mitigation, and recovery. Rick Gerard had a great episode, Higher Power. If your job requires you to hire people, great show to check out. He hosts over on Podbean. However, his show is everywhere as well. So you can search for that on your favorite podcast player. In addition to that, I'd podcast that. We've been working pretty hard. Joey's getting tired. His fingers are raw from all the typing he's doing. But it is a daily show, Monday through Friday. Friday is blasted out to the world, and Monday through Friday is behind a paywall on a podcaster's newsletter on Substack. So it is talking about podcasting, do's, don'ts, tips, tricks, all of that good stuff. So in addition to the podcast being on Substack, we also have a bi-monthly newsletter that goes out, and we're going to be beefing that up a little bit more because we are shutting down the Mighty Network I'd Podcast That group. People aren't utilizing it the way it was intended as a social platform and to bounce ideas off each other. We've been publishing content a couple times a week on there, And, you know, I guess a closed, even though free, platform for podcasters just isn't needed in the market with Facebook groups, et cetera, et cetera. So that will be shut down by the end of the month. And we're, getting people over on a podcaster's newsletter. At least you can get some of the news, what's going on in the industry twice a month, instead of, a few times a week. On that note, Podcast Evolutions is next month, right around the corner. It's like 5 weeks away. Super excited about it. If you are going to be there, DM me, hit me up, email, whatever on the website, contact form. And, let's plan on meeting. I love to meet new podcasters. And I'm super excited about it. Seeing some old friends that I haven't seen in a few years at podcast conventions, and eager to meet new. So with all that having been said, that's it for this episode of Sitch Radio.